Hey guys, Gary, grateful recovering alcoholic and drug addict. So it's 6:13 a.m. and I just had a great workout, and then I did a little walk with my dog. I gotta tell you, I've been doing this for about a little over 3 months now. Every day. I've had a couple breaks, like when the body says, I've had enough, you take the day off or whatever, but um, I cannot tell you enough. I got sober, okay? And that was just awesome, to get sober and start going to meetings and started making connections with guys, and um, my life began to change, and I started to change inside. Then I started with the steps, and the steps have God all over them. So if you're working the steps, especially step 1, 2, and 3, admit you're powerless over alcohol and drugs and your life's unmanageable. Step 2, you come to believe that there's a power greater than yourself that can restore you to sanity. And then step 3, we turn our will and our life over to the care of God as we understand Him. So my understanding of my God is completely different than yours, and that's okay. The main thing is that we're reaching out for a power greater than ourselves. We're seeking that power. And my God, has my life changed, okay? Just doing those things. And then a lot of you guys know I lost my son at 4 months sober. And instead of blaming God, I sought Him harder. And these little miracles have happened, and they've been slow. I mean, I spent many a days curled up in a ball in bed, but I started, smoking again, and I was really dependent on the cigarettes. I was overeating, and so I crossed addictions over and into cigarettes, and I got to tell you, they worked. Going through that hard time with my son, losing him, and instead of drinking or using, I did grab the cigarettes, and they worked until I went to 0 packs to 4 packs a day instantly, and then tapered down to about 2 packs a day, and then kind of just got through what I had to get through for the next 6 months. It was about 6 or 8 months I was on the cigarettes, and eating for sport or eating to fix, using food, carbohydrates and sugar to kind of eat my feelings away. And one day I had a talk with God. I knew I was sober, but I wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't happy with the way I looked and the way I felt. And I had a talk with God. God, please give me the strength to make some changes. And I would repeat the prayer. And I still do when I need His help to get up out of bed. First thing I do, instead of hit snooze, is, God, please help me get up. And I get up. So, because I want the change to occur. And I got to tell you, it's occurring. So, since I prayed for that, since I had that talk with God, I started praying for, I put down the cigarettes. And I got on Zyn, 6 milligrams Zyn. Which is not cancer causing. Nicotine doesn't cause cancer. It's the burning of the tobacco that does. But I got on, and it's still a drug. I get it, but it's one step closer, right? And so I got on the Zyn. I got off the sticks, and used prayer, because anytime any emotion came up, I wanted to grab that. I keep them in my pockets. I'm grabbing that cigarette, and then I go, oh man, I'm a non-smoker. I don't smoke. So, and then I asked God, please help me get through this little craving that I just got hit with. And I've seemed to have gotten through those. And the food, the food. God, please help me correct my diet, please. And I cut soda. I took soda completely out of my diet, and got on a low-carb diet, and corrected my eating. Instead of fixing, I'm eating for fuel, not eating for comfort. and that's been huge. And then I got into the gym. So about the last 95 days or so, I've been in the gym every day except for a couple days. In that 90 days, I needed a break or whatever. The body says, it's not today. It needs to rest. But I can't tell you when we correct those things to remove the cigarettes, to stop eating unhealthy, to pray and meditate, to go to meetings, all of this exercise coupled with our sobriety, it's brought me to this whole other place of balance. Something I've never been able to achieve in life. I mean, I've had brief moments of it when I was sober before. I had 10 years of sobriety and I had some balance, but I was always smoking. I was always fighting the diet thing back and forth, always fighting going to the gym. It was always such a battle. It has not been a battle. It's starting to become a habit. All these things are starting to become a habit. And I'm not saying I'm cured of smoking. I'm not saying I'm cured of drugs and alcohol. I'm not saying I'm cured of eating unhealthy, but it's brought all these things have brought balance into my life, and I'm reaping the benefits. I mean, I can't tell you how good I feel right now, and what it's done to my disposition. I'm not grumpy, moody, snappy, angry. Just very calm and balanced, and I feel amazing. So there's your glimmer of hope for those guys in early sobriety, guys and girls. Try to do these things. What I did was I told myself after I lost my son at 4 months sober, I said, you know what? Fuck the cigarettes, fuck the food thing. You need to get through this time without drinking or using. So I said, get your 12-month chip and then work on the other things. Get your 1 year of being sober, and then work on the food and the cigarettes and all that stuff. And at about 13 months is when I put the cigarettes down. About 12, yeah, right after my first anniversary, I put the cigarettes down, and then started working on the food and got into the gym every day. So it's amazing. Work on your sobriety first, and then work on those other things. But the steps, take the steps. Take the steps. The 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. They unpeel the onion. Every time you do them, you dig a little deeper into yourself. You get to take a little deeper look at yourself, and a little deeper look at your behaviors and what's caused them, and you get to make amends for all the wreckage that we created while we were out there drinking and using. And they work miracles on our life. There's something that we take into our day. I try to take the first 3 into every day, and then if I need to go deeper, I go deeper. But it's been 8 minutes. Have a great day, you guys, and hit me in the comments box. I love hearing from you guys.